Hey guys, so I thought that today I would kind of film my fitness journey. I wasn't planning on filming it today, but I don't know, I feel like now's a good time to kind of talk about it. When I was younger, my parents really got me into sports, so I was constantly playing sports. I tried like t-ball, I was in gymnastics for a while, I did summer swim team, basketball for a little bit, and then my main sports were really volleyball and soccer. And I probably quit volleyball after 6th grade, and then from there on out it was soccer. Did rec for a little bit, but I really joined the club soccer in high school and got really involved in that. So that was my main form of exercise when it came to like daily activities. Other than soccer though, I did get kind of into running because as a girl I was like, I want to get in shape. And to be honest, my body image was not very good back then. It was like okay, like I knew I wasn't fat, but I never liked wearing bathing suits. I had I was fluffy, I guess you could say. And I just wasn't comfortable in my own skin. I didn't like wearing tight-fitted clothing. I just wasn't happy. I remember one day my family wanted to go to the pool, you know, just like a Sunday evening or something. And I lied and said I had homework because I didn't want to go to the pool and see people I knew if I was wearing a swimsuit. I wasn't comfortable. And I remember sitting there pretending to do homework and thinking, this has to end. This has to end. Like, how will I change this? And so I decided I would start running more. So I forget when exactly it started, but I just started running 3 to 4 miles a day, almost every day, through my neighborhood and stuff. Or when it got cold, I'd do the treadmill at my gym and just run and run and run, or even the elliptical or something like that. I was a huge cardio bunny. And then I would go do the bicep curl machine, the one where you put your arm right here, 20 reps, like 20 pounds, maybe 2 or 3 sets. And I wouldn't even do it. If the seat was messed up, I wouldn't even do it. I'd try to mess with it, and I was like, I don't know how to fix the seat. And just like, oh, screw it, I'll leave. It was so embarrassing. And then I do some abs, but I usually just did this ab machine. It was like the ab machine for lazy people. I swear, you lay down, put your arms in this thing, and went up like this. I don't know if you guys have seen that, but that's what I did. So that was literally my workout. And my body didn't really change. I mean, I ate okay. I ate not like crap. I wasn't eating Twinkies every day, but I ate just a lot, a huge quantity. I wasn't burning enough off, kind of thing. So basically, yeah, I had to deal with that. So finally, I remember thinking I should run a half marathon or something, because I was kind of into running, and I was running, kind of far miles. I remember one time, my first time I ever ran 8 miles, I was on a runner's high, which was so cool. I've not been on one since, I can tell you that. So probably back in, was it my junior year? It was my junior year, in the fall of my junior year of high school, and I love New York City. Especially back in high school, I was obsessed with New York City. I've only been there once, but I just, the city vibe is just so cool to me. I remember talking to my dad outside, and I was like, take me to New York City. He's like, oh no, we've already been there, kind of thing. We'll spend our money on other vacations. And I was like, well, if I run the New York City Marathon, would you pay for me to go? And he's like, well, sure. And so I was like, well, I'm gonna run something. And then a few months had gone by. I was running 5-6 miles every day, probably on average. And then I was like, you know what? We went to Florida. I remember that for spring break. So that was in late March, early April. We went to Florida, my family did. And I was like, I came back from that, and I decided last minute that I was gonna run a half marathon. There was one in my hometown, and so I said, you know what? Sign me up. My mom was like, I am not signing you up for that until I know that you can actually run 13.1 miles. And I was like, I can do it. She's like, how do you know that? So I was like, let's go to the gym right now. So I got to the gym, I got on the treadmill, and I hit go. I did it. And so my mom was like, okay, are you sure about this? I was like, yeah. She's like, but there are hills and everything outside. I was like, I can do it, Mom. And when I run on the treadmill, I got 2 hours and 15 minutes or something. So I ran it the next weekend, and I got a little under. I got 156, I think, something. So I was like, oh my God. I just remember, this is when I knew I wanted to get into fitness. This community, of people were yelling at each other, screaming. This one guy was like, come on guys, we're almost there. And I was like, this is so cool. I feel like I'm part of something, and it's healthy, and I don't know. It just was so cool to me. And so from that moment on, I was like, okay, I'm going to figure out a way to be healthy this summer. Because I had school and stuff going on, finals, and I was like, still going to do a usual workout routine, but I was like, I'm going to find a way to work out and not dread it. Because I hated running. I didn't like it. I did it because I was like, I got to stay in shape. I wasn't against girls lifting. I just didn't know it was a thing. Like, I didn't think girls did it. Like, they just don't. I wasn't against it ever. So that summer came, and I think it was May 28th, 2014. I took progress pictures. I'd taken some like lazy ones, but these were my official first ones. I like made them, and then I made this little fitness Twitter account that was only for me, and I posted them. I said, these will someday be my before pictures. And so I was like, can't wait to see what progress I'm gonna make. And that summer I went to my gym and I tried a ton of different classes. I tried cycling, I tried Pilates, I tried yoga, I tried kickboxing. What else did I try? I don't know. But then I found lifting. I started watching YouTubers like Nikki Blackadder and Brooklyn Hillenbrand, and I was like, oh my God, like you can be a normal person, like a really pretty girl, and you can also be into lifting. So I told my mom how I kind of wanted to do that. Oh, and I watched a lot of Sarah Bomar videos too. I don't know if you guys know her. And so finally my mom was like, for your birthday, I'll get you 2 personal training lessons. So I did. And from then on, the personal trainers kind of thought I was funny because I would come in, I kid you not, with lists on my phone of questions. I'd be like, it was dumb questions. They were like, is it better to eat unsalted almonds or salted almonds? Like, does it matter? And they're like, oh my God, Alice. And I'm like, should I hold on the Stairmaster or should I not hold on? Like, I don't even know. Like, oh, what's the best protein bar? What's your protein bar recommendation? And then they were just like, oh my God. I think they secretly kind of liked it because I was a high school girl into this stuff, and I was asking so many freaking questions, but it probably got on their nerves too at the same time. So anyway, it was about in January of my senior year of high school, I decided that I didn't really need personal training anymore. I had done it like loosely. Like I bought a workout plan from a personal trainer, and I'd done that for about a month. I'd done some of my own things. I was kind of just doing my own stuff. But I did have macros with one of the personal trainers, the one that my mom got me the packages for, I guess like my birthday present for. He gave me macros for the first time, and I was so excited. And so I was seeing results at this point. I was losing weight, and I fell in love with lifting.
Go.
So one day I was just lifting, and a group of guys approached me, and it wasn't creepy or anything like that, and they were really cool, and they like invited me to come lift with them and stuff. And I ended up forming this group of guys and becoming like a part of like the gym culture, I guess, the lifting culture, and they taught me so much about lifting. I always had a spot for bench and squat and deadlifting. Like, I guess you don't really need a spot for that, but I always had people there to cheer me on, taught me the correct form. They were also the ones that taught me that it's okay to have a cheat meal every once in a while, because my senior year of high school, I was very like, every macro has to be hit, crazy. So that was fun, and I actually got the leanest I'd ever gotten for my senior prom, which was kind of cool. After that, I went to Europe, and my mom was like, make sure you don't have like that scale mentality of like having to weigh out your food, like enjoy yourself, or like allowing you to go travel the world, and food's part of that culture. And I was like, you know what, I agree. I was like, live and let live a little bit. Well, it was great in Europe. It was a 10-day trip, but I got back and I kind of had that mentality during the summer. And it was during that summer that I kind of was just like, I want to party a little bit more. Like, I'm making a lot of friends, and I went out a lot more. I wasn't home a lot, and I did gain weight. I tried to stick to macros as best as I could, but I was just eating a lot of food with my friends and stuff. And I also went through some stuff, personal life stuff, and I think it led me a little bit to binge eating. And I think also that was also stemming from a lack of, or just a restriction mentality for so long. Because my senior year of high school, like, it was nothing to do with any coaching or anything. It was me telling myself, like, you can't go over a lot. Like, I hated going over. It was like a really strict mentality. So I had this idea that I was like, I should live and let live a little bit with my friends. And so I'd try to stay really on point all day, and then I'd go out with my friends, and I'd mess up, and then I'd come home, and I'd just be like, you know what, screw it. Like, I'm already done for the day. Or, like, something bad would happen to me, and I'd just be like, ugh, and I'd just, like, use food as kind of a comfort source for myself. And it's hard for me to admit that, because that's, like, a really personal issue. I remember one time we had a chocolate cake at my house, and I ate the whole freaking thing almost. Damn near. I remember, because, like, I felt so guilty after. I was like, oh my God, like, what's everyone gonna think when they come downstairs tomorrow morning? And so I put a post-it note on the cake that said, I was like, LOL, PMSing, something like that. I wasn't even on my period, like, TMI for the guys and stuff, but, like, I just freaking ate it. And so it was not something I was proud of, and I gained a lot of weight from it, and I hid it from a lot of people. The next stage in my journey was when I started school, and I was determined to eat healthy in college. Well, in the dorms, there are not a lot of kitchens, and the little cafeteria was far away. I don't know if you guys followed me back then. You probably didn't. This is only like a freaking year ago. This is so weird with me, but I've changed so much since then. But I have to go to the right quad food court, and I'd have to order like 7 chicken breasts, and they never had them, or they wouldn't have them fast enough. I have to wait, or they put oils on them, and people were like, what the heck, she's eating all this? I'm like, no, I buy it all now, and then I put it in my fridge. So that was kind of hard. It was so hard the first semester of my freshman year to get in that healthy mindset, because the first couple months I was like, I'm on my own for the first time in my life. Like, I'm free. I can do whatever the hell I want. And so I made a lot of bad decisions sometimes. I partied a lot. You can ask my roommate back then. She was like, yeah, like, her name is Hannah. And she was like, yeah, like, I remember welcome week, I would want to go do the actual activities the school's hosting. Allison just wanted to party. And so I went out. It's so different than what I am now. Like, I'm such a homebody, I guess, now. But I drank a lot. You gotta eat before you drink. You gotta eat after you drink. And I'd wake up feeling like crap. But I would still go to the gym because I was like, gotta lift. Like, that's just what I like to do. So I was trying to balance this partying life with my health life, with my lifting life, and it just wasn't working well. So during that time, yeah, just like, I ate way more than I should, and probably not everything I should have eaten, because I was still buying like my own healthy food for the most part. But if I was like at friends, or I crashed at a friend's, I was eating like their mac and cheese or something. So not good at 2 a.m. Anyway, so I finally remember waking up one day, and it was after a party, and I had blacked out the night before, and my friends had like put me in bed and everything, and I woke up with a trash can next to me, and I hadn't been throwing up. No, I had been throwing up, I believe. Sorry, this is TMI. And I remember waking up with that, and I was like, I'm done with this. I'm not having people take care of me anymore for this. And I was like, this is not who I am. I was into fitness before, like hardcore. What happened? Like, I just totally fell off the rails. And so I decided to contact my coach at that time, who did my nutrition, and I was like, look, please help me. And I, for the most part, got back on track. So after a while after that, I kind of went off on my own, tried to do my own macros for a while, but I really feel like when I started to do my own macros, I was under eating, because I gave myself a set of macros that I knew had worked in the past, but my body had completely changed by then. And so I was walking across campus all day, hanging out with like certain people who like didn't just want to sit around and like do nothing all day. And so I was like going outside, playing like frisbee with them and stuff, and also going to the gym every day and doing cardio and weight, like lifting and stuff. And I was not eating enough. And so I really think that messed up my metabolism like really harshly. And so I decided to compete this year. Nick Comodina, he was my coach for this prep. When he took me on, he's like, your metabolism is pretty messed up. And I was like, I know. I was like, but I'm going to do this prep like more than anything. And like, I'm going to do it no matter what. And so he said, I'll do it, but like, we got to be careful with it. So the goal of my prep was to try to get me to like a healthy stage weight, I guess, without hurting my metabolism anymore. Because I really did, I screwed it up with the partying and with the undereating and everything. And it wasn't like I knew I was undereating. Like I wasn't purposely undereating. It was literally just like, I didn't know any better. I don't know how to put that. It's kind of like how I was lifting. I didn't know lifting was the thing for girls. Like I was just naive. And so I have him now, and he's helping me with my reverse diet. But right now, my plans for the upcoming fitness journey, I guess you could say, I want to do a great off season, and next year I want to get back on stage, and I want to come in with a better physique because Nick didn't want to bring me in like super lean for this show because my metabolism was so messed up. And next show I want to be like the leanness that will get me nationally qualified. The ultimate goal is to one day get my pro card. So that's where I am right now. Trying to do a balance of having fun in college, living a good lifestyle, not being like immature and crazy like I was last year, but balancing fitness and just doing that grind. This is probably the worst outro ever, but that's me for you. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.